What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Midweek match means midweek match preview. Fulham versus West Ham. Once again, I'll be in the away end as part of those thousands of West Ham fans inside Craven Cottage, trying to roar the boys on to victory in our attempt to stay in the Premier League. I'm very excited. The disabled section at Fulham is one of my favourites because it's a raised platform and it's quite a good view. So I'm actually going to get to see a lot of the game. So I'm very, very, very excited for that because honestly, you don't understand the amount of grounds where it's well-meaning, but you're sat right at the front because obviously it's flat and it's right at the front and you're level and you're ground level to a toilet. All of that kind of stuff, I get it, but the view is horrendous because a lot of the time you're looking over the barriers, or I don't tend to see too much when I sit at the front. So I'm very excited to sit at the back. All of that said, let's get on with this preview. Now, Liverpool, for some weird reason, I was very confident. Very confident. And to be honest with you, a lot of what I said happened. I said we'd score two. I just didn't know whether we'd keep a clean sheet, and we didn't. We just couldn't defend. That being said, attack-wise, played quite well, but we did just bend over and take it defensively. Fulham, it's these kind of games that worry me. I'm a little bit concerned because Fulham are a very technical side, and we have shown on multiple occasions, not least against Fulham this season, when they scored, our marking and tracking of runs when they move off the ball can be horrendous. So if they can get it around and bop the ball around and play these nice patterns and combinations, then I'm worried. We've got to be on our game because it's a different kind of threat. They're not a Liverpool where they're up and at you and they're rock and roll football and it's physical and lots of running. Obviously it's Premier League, so there's tons of running, but they don't tend to be too much of a physical side, if that makes sense. They want to get the ball down, they want to play. So our concentration levels really have got to be on point. Harry Wilson is a massive threat for them, and I really rate him. I wanted West Ham to sign him. He's a really technical midfielder. Can play in the wide positions, can play in the middle, can play off a striker. I'm not going to lie, you could probably play him as a false nine. I really do think he's that good of a player. So you keep him quiet, I think you keep Fulham quiet. Raul Jimenez obviously knows where the goal is, has done for many years. Again, not least against us this season, already scoring the winner in the 1-0 defeat at London Stadium. That being said, we are a good side. We showed it against Liverpool. I personally would go to a back three for this. I'll bring in Todibo on the left-hand side, play Disasi in the middle, and then Mav on the right. Whether you change him and Disasi around, I don't know. But let Juve go a bit further forward. Tuck in Wan-Bissaka. Almost when Juve goes forward, it's a back four. Because we know when we played a back three under Potter, Wan-Bissaka ain't really a wing-back. So yeah, cool. Play him a bit more tucked in, but push Juve as further forward as you can. Him and Jimmy on the left-hand side have got to be causing them problems because they're our two biggest threats. Bowen at the minute, I don't know what's happened. He's just not the player he was. Wan-Bissaka, like I said, Fulham are a dangerous side. I'd have him tucked in a bit more to cut out those balls in behind because they want to play quickly, they want to play through the lines, and he's quite good at intercepting. So I'll be playing him a little bit deeper. Play the back three. You can't take Souček out after the weekend. I don't think he did too much wrong. Obviously Fernandes starts, and then Bowen, Jimmy, and Tatty up front. We've got to score early on. The longer that game goes 0-0, the more I worry because one goal will win the game, and we've proven we don't tend to keep clean sheets. So if it's going to be a 1-0 to either side, I'd back Fulham. I'd back us to win if both teams score. So we've got to get the goal early on. We've got to get the fans on their back. We've got to get our support behind the players, and the players have got to give us something to cheer. I mean, I know some people will think, oh, it's your job as supporters to support the team. Football ain't hard. Give us something to get behind, we'll get behind it. I firmly believe that. The game is there to be won, but it's a game that I'm wary of. Like I said, Fulham are a very good side. They're quite an underrated side. I don't think they get the credit they should. I think Marco Silva is a brilliant manager. I think they're a recruitment. They don't often get things wrong. They stick to a budget, they stick to a structure, and they're a very well-run club. Especially bearing in mind under Scott Parker, and I think it was Slavici Jokanovic before him. They were kind of a yo-yo club. They were in between Premier League, Championship, Premier League, Championship. Marco Silva's gone in and done an amazing job. It's these kind of games, like I said, that I'm nervous for, because I wouldn't say there's a weight of expectancy on us, because like I said, Fulham are a much better side than us this season. But there's only 10 games to go. How many games this season are we going to say, oh, it's Fulham, oh, it's Liverpool, oh, it's Arsenal? You've still got to play City, Arsenal and Villa. Villa away, so it's not easy at all, even though they have fallen off a little bit. But they're still in the top 4. So you've still got to play 3 of the top 4, and it's worrying. So you've got to go to your games like Fulham. You've got to go to your games like your Leeds. You've got to go to Wolves, and you've got to win these games. Obviously, Leeds and Wolves aren't in Fulham's class, but in terms of what's left of the season, you've got to be grouping them together as games you go and win. Fulham isn't necessarily the loudest ground, so the fans really have got to get behind the boys, drown out Fulham, and give them that extra 1%. Because I do believe the fans, similar to Everton when they stayed up under Sean Dyche. One of my best friends, Sean, he is a Everton season ticket holder, and he is convinced that the fan support and the atmosphere they created, both before, during, and after the games, kept that team up. It is the job of the fans to keep them up this season, because the players, I don't know if they're going to do it. It is squeaky bum time. We've proven at home games, your Man United games, and I can't remember the game before that, whoever it was then. The atmosphere was banging. It was vibrant, it was noisy, we were going for it. And we know the away fans can be good. We know the away are quality. They're going to follow week in, week out, wherever we are, over land and sea, as the song goes. But we've got to make sure from minute 1 to minute 90, whatever the score, we are behind those players. And equally, the players, if we go 1-0 down, balls to it. Keep going. Because how many times this season have we gone 1 down and then thrown in the towel? How many times this season have we gone 1-0 up and almost thrown in the towel and bottled the leads? We've got the most points conceded from winning positions. So we've got to have mental toughness on and off the pitch, and we've got to go there and get 3 points. 1 isn't good enough. 1 is not good enough. And ultimately, I think we'll know in 10 days' time whether we're going to stay up or not. Because you've got Fulham, then you've got Brentford in the FA Cup on Monday. Again, I'm going to be there for that one. Then you've got Man City. There's half a chance that we've thrown a game against Brentford because it's FA Cup, which I don't like, because I think we can get to Wembley. I think you're 1 game from Wembley if you win that, so I would be going all out for the FA Cup. Bulls will we stay up or not, I'm still going to be there, and the real West Ham fans are still going to be there. But I can see the club throwing that game, not throwing it, but putting out a weakened side. And then you've got Man City, so all of a sudden it's 1 win in 6 if the results go as I expect from the next 2 games after Fulham. Then it gets squeaky, because Fulham obviously beat Tottenham yesterday and Forest lost as well. We can't keep relying on them losing. We've got to take some initiative. Start winning games that we're not supposed to. Start winning games that we're not expected to. Go and get something where we need it, rather than, oh, it's a team around us, let's go and beat them. Because it's those losses to Forest, to Wolves, that if we do go down, would have sent us down. Take the initiative, West Ham, and go and win this game. And West Ham fans, back the boys. That's all I can say. Anyway, we're going to leave this one here. If you guys have enjoyed it, leave a like, comment your thoughts. West Ham fans, Fulham fans, Premier League fans, football fans, I don't know, anyone, just comment your thoughts. Most of all, make sure you're subscribed to this channel for the weekly videos, match day vlogs, talking head videos, match previews, and then you've also got my TikTok and my Instagram, which is more instant match reactions and clips from the vlog, more short form content. Go and follow all of that, all of which can be found in the description. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Take care.